It is episode 184. Welcome into the Benches Cleared podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I am Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the San Francisco Giants, who went 6-4 since the last time we podcasted.
I wouldn't know. And I'm Dave, representing the side of the Dodgers, who having some trouble with the Marlins, apparently. Right. Hopefully they can pull it off, but not a great inning for Banda right there, in case you're watching right now.
Yeah, it's like the super team is showing that they're human. I mean,
Did you see that graphic? The discrepancy between the Marlins and the Dodgers. Dodgers at 476 million with their payroll and luxury tax. Marlins at 69 million total.
Yeah, and I get it, right? But at the same time, it's like, are we really going to celebrate the Marlins for being that cheap?
No, who's celebrating them?
That's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to be like, oh, look at the Marlins. They're beating the... Well, I guess they're tied with
No, I mean, for trolling purposes, I guess you can say that right now in case they pull it off and beat the Dodgers. But, like, that's pretty sad. Like, you got some guys who have more... are getting paid more than the whole team. So
yeah, Shohei Ohtani, yeah.
You got Shohei, you got Soto, right? How much is Soto getting?
No, I think Soto's getting, I think the math is like 50 something a year.
Okay.
So,
but I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. And when you look at that graphic, you're prone to be like, oh wow, look at the Dodgers, they're ruining the sport. But in reality, it's like, one of them is trying, as much as you might hate it. Sure, maybe they're going over the top with some signings in people's opinions, but the other one's not even trying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think it's a big deal to have that low of a payroll if you are rebuilding and you're committing to rebuilding. Like,
but
you got to do it sometimes.
How long have they been in a rebuild at this point?
I think they're starting another rebuild right now. I think that there was a rebuild that failed. And then they started rebuilding again, and they had the great starting rotation, and now that failed, so now they're doing it again.
Yeah. So I think it's crazy. I think it's so little money to put into a team and not care. Like, you're just pocketing money for no reason at that point. And then if they have the audacity to trade Alcantara and other guys at the deadline. Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, that's what's probably going to happen, though, right? I mean, and like I said, I mean, I feel like it's okay to do that if you are in a rebuild, but there should be a time limit on it, right? Like, there should be a point that you're actually going to start spending after this.
Or you got to be penalized or something, right? Like, I know they want a floor. I don't know if that's realistic. I don't think anybody's going to agree to a floor because, they're greedy. They're not going to want that, but it's crazy. Like... And then you got the other guy, Dick Monfort, who was, whenever they give him a microphone, he'll talk crap about the Dodgers. Yet his team is 4-22. Like,
that's how he likes it, baby.
Buddy, your team is ridiculous. Focus on your team. But
are they 4? You said 4. Well, they've been playing and they've actually played NOS teams, so maybe they're not that bad. They're just getting their ass kicked by the Dodgers and the Padres.
Maybe. They played the Reds. I think that's who I saw them play last, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of puts into it. I mean, Jesus is right about the Pirates. I mean, this is the same exact thing that I think everyone's screaming about, because I think this is what's criminal. The Pirates not spending, because they have one of the best rotations in the league with, Skeens and Jones and Keller and all that kind of stuff. But that's more criminal to me than, a team that's rebuilding.
Yeah. I mean, who's their hottest bat? Like, who's I mean, I think they have some bats, right? Like Cruz.
Forever Giant, Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds. And then you got old man McCutcheon. Nothing against him. It's just he's an older player now. Like, not much you're going to get out of him. So, but you got Skeens. Like, you got a shot. Like, I don't know. There's some teams that just won't spend, won't try, and I'll try to cut corners at any possible, any time.
Yeah, and I think it came out that their revenue was the same as like the Diamondbacks. It's like this is almost like someone has to get involved at some point. I feel like this is
that was another owner too, the Diamondbacks owner, when he was crying about the Dodgers, saying like, well, they have more opportunities because they can just hand out as many contracts they want. So at some point, like,
right.
why do we praise them for that? But then it's like, you signed Montgomery, and not even a year in, you're crying and saying that was the worst contract you've given out, and it's like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, that's pretty well. That's not really going to give a lot of guys confidence to sign there, I guess. But have you checked out Corbin Burns, how he's doing this year? Last time I checked, it wasn't too hot, but I haven't really checked back in.
I have not. I mean, I've seen him hit a couple balls out lately, but I don't know how. I didn't really check the numbers.
Numbers are fresh off the press. 5 games. Does that sound about right? 5 games. Is he hurt right now? I don't think he is. But he's got a 4 ERA, WHIP of 1.3.
Who?
So
Carroll?
No, Corbin Burns.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Carroll for some reason.
No, he's doing very well. No, yeah, he's been making all the starts. Yeah, it has been turning it around though. So it looks like he kind of struggled at the beginning of the year, and he's starting to turn it around right now.
Yeah, you figured he was going to figure it out. I mean, he's too good of a pitcher not to.
Yeah, so he'll
like Fried too, right? Everybody thought Fried was looking not too good in the beginning, and then he's like.
I liked Fried, right? Yeah, I don't understand. Well, I guess because the Yankees like really overpaid him. People were.
I mean, it's working out right now.
Yeah,
right? And especially since they don't have Cole. So
yeah,
really needed
especially since the Carlos Rodon thing ain't really exactly working out for him.
Yeah, that one looks bad. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look great so far.
His little son. Yeah,
that's a lot of people's son. He gives up a lot of home runs.
Yeah, but Juggling hit 2 home runs, and he's a lefty in the same game.
But it's like a little league porch, so good for him.
They had the same shot. All right,
he hit a pop up, and it happened to get out. Good for him.
Listen, when you play an Oracle, you try to get your home runs any way you can get them. So,
by the way, yesterday I was having not a great afternoon. I saw the Lakers lose, and it pissed me off.
But yeah, it was a pretty bad loss too.
Put a damper on the whole thing. But what was that win? What the hell happened? Giants Rangers.
Giants Rangers. Luke Jackson finally helping the Giants win baseball games, which was pretty nice of him. A couple years too late, but it's fine. We'll take it now. He just threw the ball away, and the funny thing is so I wish I had it queued so I could show it here, but I don't. So I'm just going to speak it so everyone listening can just understand. You just close your eyes, you can visualize it. Swing and bunt. Luke Jackson, pitcher, runs, grabs, throws way offline, right? So Heliot Ramos starts slowing down at second because he's thinking, oh, they already have the ball. Then he sees the third base coach, Matt Williams, like, come on. So because he stopped, like if he just would have ran to third, he would have been stopped at third. And then, leadoff triple, no outs. I'm pretty sure he scores that run. But nonetheless, because he like almost stopped at second and then ran to third, Jake Berger was like, oh, I can get this guy. And then he throws it, but then he throws it away.
And he threw it like it was a burger. He threw it like it was an actual burger, and he threw it to the stands. Like it was it was like 3 horrible throws in one play. 3 balls that they should have put in their back pocket.
Someone forgot to put pickles on his burger, and he threw it. Because still no pickles.
I was watching both games at the time, flipping back and forth, and then Joe Davis was saying how he's like, I can't believe what just happened. Like it seemed like a comedy of errors, whatever it was, and I'm like, there's no way it's that bad. There's no way. And I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like
lose a game like that. That's gotta sting. Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
I think this shows you, like, watching this team. And I mean, yes, Willie Adames is new, Justin Verlander is new, but those guys are still struggling right now. I think this shows you that a lot went wrong, and a lot over the past couple of years. A lot went wrong, and they were a better team than their record reflected. And the thing is with baseball, just it's a game of inches. Certain things go one way, and it can cost you a lot of ball games. And I feel like they're showing that was pretty evident, because it's not like, I mean, yeah, Jung-Hoo Lee is a stud right now. I think he's showing that he is legit and he's a guy. But other than that, no one has really caught fire. I mean, there's one part of the Giants team that's just unstoppable, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But the starting pitching isn't really firing on cylinders besides Logan Webb. Offense is I mean, sometimes it shows up, a lot of time. I mean, if it's a night game in Oracle, they're scoring 2 or nothing. More times it's nothing. So I just feel like they're getting a lot of they're getting their get backs over the last couple of years, because they're usually the team that this stuff happens to. Like, they were the team that was bad on defense, throwing balls away, just weird stuff happening to where it just doesn't even seem real. Like, we're on the other side of the embarrassing plays. So it was a little strange, because starting off the week, they did lose the series against the Angels. And I'm going to take 100% of the blame, because it is 100% my fault.
It's definitely your fault.
It is 100% my fault, because on Easter's, my dad and I were at my wife's family's house, one of her houses. We're doing Easter, and I have the Giants game on outside, and we're surrounded by a bunch of Dodger fans, and we're like, Ryan Walker, this game is over. Like, we could probably just turn off the game right now, because it's done. We're just talking crap. And then all of a sudden, Ryan Walker doesn't even look like himself. He's throwing balls away. He's hitting guys. Kind of had the yips for a couple games in a row. But he looks back to himself. Camilo Doval looks like he's back in 2021. So, I mean, after that, you take 3-4 from the Brewers. I mean, yeah, it is at home, but still, the Brewers aren't exactly the Colorado Rockies. So, and then you win the series against the Rangers. They're just firing, baby. I think at this point, everyone needs to change their predictions. All right. I don't want to hear another 77 win prediction and you're sticking to it. This is a month in now. I think we need to believe. I don't think it's okay to not believe that they're going to win close to 100 games. But I think we need to raise it to the higher end of what you were thinking, 88, 90, maybe even at this point, a little over 90 wins. It is still really early, so it could, go back to like the 88, 90 range. But I think for it's this long, I don't think you're expecting an 82 win season again.
I think you're flying high, and you're going to fly way too close to the sun, and it's all going to fall apart, all right?
What the crazy thing is? The crazy thing is but okay, hold on, stop. You can't even say because I get it, the Padres are very good, and we could easily lose 2 in a row against the Padres. But that wouldn't make me think that this team sucks all of a sudden. So,
and you know what's going to do it? It's not the fact that, like, I hate the Giants, because I very much do. It's not like it's rooted in stats or anything. Okay. It's just the mere fact that Ben Verlander, every 5th day, keeps going, the Giants are good. The Giants are good. And it's going to bite him in the ass, along with all the Giants fans.
I don't know. I feel like we have to deal with it. I feel like you guys had to deal with Ben Verlander really hard last year. And you guys end up winning the World Series. I think if the good Lord is just saying, like, if you got to deal with Ben Verlander on your side, let me throw some extra wins in your back pocket.
I doubt it because the Angels never got the benefit of that deal. So I don't think that's how that works.
Listen, I feel like I don't want to say the Lord has limits, but I mean maybe he has.
There's things even he can't do apparently, or what?
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying sometimes like
won't.
I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean?
He's like,
I
I'm
ain't
good
gonna
on
do
that.
that.
Yeah,
I'm good. That's just too much for me. I'm not trying to do that. But yeah, I mean the anytime the Dodgers fans make a song, it's a bad thing. For us, it's a good thing. I don't know.
I just feel like you guys are gonna come back to earth, and it's gonna
Yeah.
suck. It's gonna suck for you guys, but it's gonna be so great for the rest of us, and it'll be fine. We'll be there, laughing, and enjoying your pain.
You know what,
Just
Sam?
enjoy first place for now.
You know what, Sam? Nuh-uh.
Listen, if Delgado says the Giants suck, if Delgado say the Giants suck, the Giants suck. Simple as that.
I don't know about that.
Expert analysis there by Delgado.
Expert analysis. A nice breakdown of the numbers. But yeah, that's what happened in the week and a half of Giants baseball. They're great. We're going to get into more of it a little bit later. I mean, I guess the only thing that I forgot to really mention is that Hayden Birdsong, the guy I've been screaming my head off about, is still. I mean, he's been in the bullpen just waiting for his chance. I mean, he's throwing three innings at a time, and he's killing it.
Is there something to be said if a guy's comfortable in a role? Do you want to take him out of it?
Yes, because he's a starter. He's a starter.
And what if it doesn't translate? What if he goes to being a starter and it's not as good?
Then you leave him in the starter role and you let him figure it out. There's no way.
Only because I see the same thing with Ben Kaspiris, and he's been really solid out of the bullpen, and he's given us 2 to 3 innings at a time, right?
Yeah,
and his only bad outing has been against the Cubs, and it's skewed his ERA, but he's been really, really good. But I kind of like him in that role, but the fact that we don't have pitchers kind of lends itself to maybe he's got to be stretched out and become the 5th starter.
Right. I think that's Hayden Birdsong's problem is the fact that Roop, Hicks, and Verlander are still healthy. Ray is still healthy. Roop, Hicks, Verlander, and Ray were kind of struggling, and it looks like they're kind of turning a corner. I mean, just by watching them. I mean, I have a thing with Hicks. I just feel like he's a ground ball pitcher, and a lot of his starts, the defense has not done him any issues. So I think his numbers are not where they should be. Kind of got a man crush on Jordan Hicks, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. I understand that, but I don't know. I just feel like when he starts, it's not as bad as the numbers look when he was struggling. Now it looks like he's turning the corner. Verlander looks like he's turning the corner, even though he didn't get a win. It was no decision, but
speaking of
not no decision. He got the loss, but he only gave up a couple runs. The Giants couldn't score.
You brought up Jordan Hicks, and it reminded me of another pitcher. How do you feel about the Mets? What are they, 15 and something lately? They're on fire.
Yeah, the first game to 20 wins. First team to 20 wins.
But I'm thinking of Clay Holmes, dude, and I think he's this year's Hicks, right? He's a reliever. They converted him to a starter. He's starting off really well, but
okay,
there's a chance he wears down, right? Like, I know the Mets are good, but I feel like unless they do something with their starters, that's going to come back to haunt them either later in the year or in the playoffs. Like, that is not a rotation that scares anybody.
It doesn't scare anyone, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. Like, I mean, I haven't looked at Clay Holmes' numbers. For some reason, I was thinking when you said that name, I heard, what's the pitcher that was on the Phillies that used to just get $1 million contracts and would never pitch?
Oh, he just stole money from the Dodgers like twice. Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels. That was going through my head. I was like, wait, is Cole Hamels still around right now? But yeah, I mixed them up. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Yeah.
That's on me.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like they come back to earth too. I mean, I know they have a good offense, but I feel like that starting rotation is going to be the death of them unless they do something with it. But anyways,
yeah, I mean,
I just saw your hat too. You know, I know you're wearing a Mets hat, so
yeah, because I love the Mets.
Clearly, you have two teams.
As everyone on TikTok says, I love the Mets. Yes, but yes, Giants are good. Ramos is getting hot again. Jung Lee's the man. I can go on and on if you like.
And you finally get to play the NL's best. You know, the two teams in the NL's best, they finally go head to head, right? Because none of us have played each other, so you guys will be the first ones to go head to head.
That's right. That's coming up.
The Rockies, but that doesn't count. Like, who cares? That's like,
come on, they're the best team in baseball.
If you don't sweep the Rockies, then there's something wrong with you, right?
If you don't sweep the Rockies when you're at home, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. When you're at home, you can't sweep the Rockies.
The Rockies at Coors are like a different team. So,
yeah.
But let's hear how did this last week and a half happen when in LA? How did y'all do?
Well, let me go to the schedule because I know we who did we just play?
You play the Pirates, the Cubs, and who was right before the Cubs?
The Rangers, right?
Did you guys play the Rangers?
I thought so. They just played the Pirates though, and they took 2 out of 3. They lost the first one and ended up taking the last 2. Yoshi first. I mean, that was the game, right? Paul Skeens versus Yoshi. I thought it was going to be like, Yoshi didn't have it. Skeens was just Skeens. So that guy's filthy, man. Yeah, he threw 108 pitches that game. I mean, that was crazy. But
yeah, when you're like the man there, and they're kind of like I guess you can kind of make your own rules. I mean, a lot of teams will be like, all right, 95 pitches. Let's call it a day. We want to lose this game anyways. Well, actually, no, maybe not the Pirates. They don't want to lose the game, but
I mean, and the fact that they can afford to do that with I'm sorry, what's his name? Lost all over the place. Skeens. They can afford to do that with Skeens because they're not worried about the playoffs. Like, they're not worried about, later on. So you're going to get more games where he goes further into the game, I would think. But
you're getting called out on your stuff right here. So they didn't lose they lost one game to the Rangers, right?
Yeah, they got walked off.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kirby Yates. But, yeah. And then they got swept. The Cubs swept them. So that was frustrating.
Yeah, I was seeing like the Cubs fans like being excited. I mean, this is I thought this is a last year's problem, but apparently this is rolling over to this year too. People are like, "Oh my gosh, the Cubs are acting like they won the World Series because they're happy they got a sweep in the season series, win." And apparently that means they think they won the World Series. So,
well, they felt a certain way because a certain group came to Wrigley Field. And first of all, I don't see the harm in it. Like, I don't like that group. So whatever, like, whatever. But a team taking over, who cares? Like, that's a fan just supporting their team. Why is that so upsetting to you? They're literally just walking to the field. Like,
no, I don't think it's not upsetting, but I do think that it's much sweeter if they get their ass kicked, like on the field, like the team gets their ass kicked. Like, it's so much more satisfying if, like, they always do a game or two at Oracle, and it's so much. It makes you feel so much better if they show up and then the Dodgers get their ass kicked. I mean, that makes you feel good,
I guess. But I think that's what started it all. They were kind of offended, like, oh, look at these guys, and like, oh, well, we sweat them, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, like, we've only played you like 80 times in the first month, so like, let's just get it over with.
So bad.
I hate that freaking basket. I don't understand why there's a basket there. They got so many home runs that weren't supposed to be home runs. It's not like the Dodgers were, pitching great and just magically got unlucky and lost. Like they were giving up meatballs, but still, like that basket was annoying for that series, man.
Yeah, have you seen, now that we're on the topic of Chicago for a little bit, have you seen the Chicago White Sox City
Yes,
Connect?
and I am in love with those. I think they're awesome, dude.
They have they've coined like the best City Connect. Like the White Sox are terrible on the field, but their City Connect,
it's hilarious, right?
Here.
Yeah, like we're the worst team, and now you're gonna see people showing off that jersey because it's really dope. Right. But it's one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the league. But that's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely number one, dude. I don't know which one's number two, but whatever it is, it's a far distance.
Probably the White Sox old City Connect jersey was pretty fire with the south side.
Oh, yeah. The black one. Yeah, that one was dope too. But yeah, dude, that's a cool jersey. I don't know how much longer we have until we get a new one because it runs out, right? You only get a couple years and then you got to do it again.
Apparently, which it's like, how many are we going to do? Like, here's the thing. I'm a jersey guy. I like getting different jerseys. So I'm going to buy probably all of them unless, I don't know, something is so weird. But, man, at some point it needs to stop. You can't have more than like maybe 3 would be okay, but I mean, there's an idea for another City Connect for the Dodgers in and out one. That'd be better than the Pop-Tarts.
No, you know what? It doesn't even matter, dude. As soon as you start winning in those jerseys, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
like you can have the ugliest jerseys, and if you're winning in them, nobody will care.
Yeah, Giants are actually pretty. They're 0-2 in their new City Connect. So
love to see it, dude. Love to see it. I hope they wear them every day,
all the time. Yeah, it's at night game, so they never score any runs. So, fun fact. And then, the Pirates. We were talking about the Pirates, and now you're at the Marlins. And
I mean, I guess we'll go into our studs and duds because we had two pretty good distinct sides of the coin there with the studs and the duds during that series. But another injury, pitching injury for the Dodgers.
So you want to do it right now?
No, I'm just saying because we need to talk about your week, how'd it go, but yet another injury. Although they're making too much of it because it's only Glasnow and Snell. Everybody else was already on the IL even before spring training, so it's not like we're losing them left and right, but there is a little bit of concern, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I it feels like a lot. I mean, you knew that was going to happen when you signed Tyler Glasnow, and you knew that was going to happen when you signed a Blake Snell.
But I mean, I'll get more into it with the Glasnow decision and all that because I don't want to talk about it just yet. But as far as Snell, I mean, I don't think he's injury prone, is he? I never thought he was injury prone. I know he got hurt last year, but for the most part, it's just that he starts really, really slow.
Yeah, he kept going on the IL for us, and I think that was I think the narrative with him more is just he couldn't go deep in the games. I don't think it was I don't think he was necessarily injury prone, but
and I think they're just slow playing him just to be cautious because they said there was nothing in the imaging, so they did it twice. There was nothing that showed in the imaging, so that's pretty good.
That's also a thing too, where I feel like the Dodgers legitimately do not care about the regular season. Like I feel like they're like,
it's kind of frustrating, right? Like as fans, you live and die with every pitch, with every game, and even if you don't want to, there's people that are like, "It's fine, dude. It's April. Don't worry about it. Be chill, zen." But you're like, there's fans that just, I mean, if you stop enjoying the regular season, then you're doing nothing till the postseason, and that's just boring, right? So. But at the same time, it's like the Dodgers kind of like, no, we'll wait 150 at bats, or we'll do all this. Nah, we're good. Like Muncy's fine. Like he's done this before.
Right.
Like I think Robert said, it's like, no, if he hadn't done this last year or the years before, we'd be more concerned. But he kind of starts slow like this. And as a fan, you're like, damn it, you want to just shake them and do something so they get going. But I mean, he was right with Pages. He was the dud a couple weeks ago, and seemingly everybody wanted him out of Dodger Stadium and out of the roster. And look at him now. He's the hottest Dodger playing solid defense. I mean,
playing not
like
terrible, losing games defense.
Like if Roki's playing, he's gonna make an amazing catch. You can just that's gonna happen. But every other game, you're like, just don't mess up.
Right.
So that's
I do gotta ask you. I know this was about this is probably a little old to touch on, but we did not podcast on a normal day. That's why we're doing 2 days 2 days this week. But we didn't talk about the Max Muncy situation. I'm not sure if you had to have seen the video.
Yeah.
I couldn't really understand everything he was saying. I think I heard a lot of N-words in there, which I mean, I guess you don't know if he's allowed to say it or not, but it didn't sound like he was allowed to say it. But I heard a lot of N-words in there.
It seemed like a drunk fan who thought he'd just take his frustrations because Muncy isn't hitting on Muncy. And I think that's fucking low. Like you wait outside of the entrance or wherever it is, so he comes out and then you tell him how you feel. Like I know we're all frustrated with him as Dodger fans. A lot of us are. There's a lot of people that are on his side as well. I want to see him do better. Just like Pajes, I'd rather he do better than prove people right and be crap for the rest of the year, right? Like I don't want that. So we do share our frustrations on Twitter and other stuff, but at the end of the day, like to wait for him outside the entrance and say all that crap, like that's shitty. Like, what is that going to do? Like, you just made him mad for that night, and then what? Like, what is that? It's not going to make him hit.
Right. And I got to be honest with you. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. Speaking for someone, when I go to a Giants home game, there's a lot of travel involved. There's a lot of money involved. And if you go all that way to see your team play and they get the absolute snot kicked out of them, sometimes it feels a little good to yell or to be upset. So you feel like you wasted that money when you spend that much money and they lose. I'm just saying.
I mean, I've been to games where I was at the game where they almost got no hit by the Cubs, right? Mm-hmm. So there's games and I've been to games where they've walked it off. I've been to games so you get your, and it's 1 out of 162 when you go, man. Unless it's the playoffs, maybe it's different, but you're going to 1 out of 162. There's a chance they're going to be ass maybe that day.
I get it, but like if it's the day that not only you just go to a game, but like you are, I mean, I assume he was part of the big group that went out there. So you pay for flights to Chicago. You go and you buy the tickets. You got to stay at a hotel, and honestly, you should think of it more like you're in Chicago, like you know what I mean. But I can't say that there's times where I've went up to San Francisco and spent X amount of money on
the fan side.
No. That was too much. But I'm just saying, there's been multiple times where I've spent a lot of money and they've gotten the ass kicked. I'm like,
yeah, you're upset, sure.
Yeah,
but like,
it's like what I do? Why I spend on? I feel like I deserve a refund, at least for half my money.
If you see Logan, let's say you went to the Padres game, Logan Webb only pitches 2 innings and he's an ass, and you see him coming up the dugout or whatever it is, and you're next to him, you're gonna be like, "Hey man, you're ass." Like you're are you gonna do all that? Like I don't think so.
Keep your chin up, man. You're great. You're the greatest, man.
I understand Muncy, no home runs yet. Yeah, but I mean, what are the alternatives right now? Unless they're going to call up a Freeland, there's no alternatives. You want Rojas out there? You want Kike? We've seen it. You put Kike out there for a long stretch of time, and he gets exposed a little bit. So we just got to hope that Muncy finds it, man. It's early, but you got to hope he finds it.
That is a lot of things that fans don't put into account. I feel like sometimes, and I'll get into a little bit more when we get to our studs and duds, but like that is like the theme of maybe just of the episode or just of baseball, where it's like a guy's struggling. And it's like, oh, get this guy out of here. It's like, who do you want to replace him with? Like everyone else on the bench sucks right now. So maybe just let this guy who is usually really good just figure it out.
And then at the same time, it's like, what if you bring up the guy? Because in our case, we're what Freeland maybe, right? The kid in AAA that we hope is good enough to play up here. What if he doesn't start so hot and you have to go back to Muncie? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if it doesn't work
Awkward.
out?
Right.
And it's a little bit awkward. So just give him enough time until he finds it. And if he doesn't, you've given him plenty of chances at that point. Maybe then you look for a change later in the season, but it's early. And we need him to get going, but that's not going to help. You yelling at him and throwing all those slurs and all that, it's not going to change anything. You just,
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was low.
Yeah. Low, it's shot, it's all the above, man. Yeah. And that's what's happening in these weeks. I think it's time to get into some Pacifics. I think it's about that time. But before we get to that time, thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone in here, if you could just, if you're on Twitter, if you just repost this, like it, maybe even log into your YouTube you never use, hit that subscribe button, put a like. It'll help us out a lot, and we appreciate it. But no matter what, we just appreciate you guys just hanging out with us. It's a good time, and I think it is that time.
Let's do it.
Dave, what do you think?
I think it is.
It's that time again. It's the start of the dud of the week. It's the start of the dud of the week.
Here we are, studs and duds time. I think I'll go first because I'm talking and I'm here. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start with my dud because it's a repeat, and I'm just gonna go for it. It is Lamont Wade Jr. Yeah. Lamont
Late night
Wade.
Lamont, huh?
Late night Lamont, and that goes back to what you were saying. I mean, yes, at this point, his first base is atrocious too. And
how's Eldridge doing in the minors? Anything to
so Eldridge has been
yet?
injured. He literally just came back, and his first game he had a home run, but he's in Double-A, and then they wanted to slowly work him back because he had a wrist injury. I think I heard he might have gotten sick. Whatever. He sat the next two games, and then the game he was supposed to play got rained out. So, I mean, there's only a couple games that he's played. It looks good at the moment, but it's like you can't do anything with it. There's no one else at this time that could take his spot. Nobody. I mean, you want to call up Jake Lamb, the guy that everyone was crying about that we couldn't believe that we signed to a minor league contract. Like at this point, I mean, I get it.
What's wrong with Jake Lamb? If you're not going to give late night Lamont a try, just go with Lamb. Why not? Come on.
At this point, it's like just let Lamont try to figure it out, because at this point it seems like he might be starting to get out of it because his walks are back up, strikeout rate is way down to what it normally is. He's on brand with the amount of walks he's drawing, and he's starting to hit the ball hard. I mean, he came out with the bases loaded, hit a foul ball home run, foul ball that would have been a double, and then a line shot that just was right at the second baseman. So you got to look at the positives. I'm giving him a dud for a second week in a row because I feel like he's about to break out of it. And to tell fans, there's nobody else right now. If Casey Schmidt was healthy, it's like our only guy on the IL right now. That happened during the season, obviously Encarnacion. Is on the IL. See, he's out with a broken thumb, so that's still a ways away. So I would have been slamming the table that Casey Schmidt should be getting more at bats at the first base position, but he is injured. So because that is happening,
a real GM like Buster Posey would have suited up and played first. But
I agree. He should have Jackie Mooned it and been the starting forward and traded Lamont Wade for a washing machine and then played first base. It probably would have been fine.
Probably, man. All right. Let me give you my dud first, since we're starting off with duds. And before you put it up on the screen, I know everybody honorable mention is Muncie, and he's not doing too hot, so he should be.
He just hit a single
up there. Yeah, he still has no home runs. He's not showing any power. He's hitting better. There's some that are just dying at the warning track. I feel like it's coming, but the fact that we waited this long, a little concerning. Not gonna lie, but my dud is the guy that just got injured, Tyler Glasnow, and
Combination between Fergie and Jesus.
I feel, even hindsight, looking back and being like making that trade, I feel like you make that trade 10 out of 10 times, right? Ryan Pepio and whoever it was for Glasnow. The problem might be the fact that you gave him 5 years a little too quickly, right? Like you gave him 5 years right away, knowing his injury history, and it's biting us right now, right? So he didn't pitch in the postseason last year, and that could have really hurt us, but they found a way to go around it, and they won it all. This year, you're hoping that he's not gone for the year, and it's a repeat of last year. You're hoping he comes back later in the year and can dominate and help you in the postseason. But I mean, the last couple starts, it was what he had an outing in Philly where he only went 2. Then he had a good one, but then only 4 innings, and then last night 1 before he was out of there. He left the Texas one with cramps, which is like, I mean, this guy has the best physique. He looks like a surfer. He looks like he's always working out, kind of thing, and yet he can't stay healthy. I mean, I can't imagine how frustrating it is because he seems to have all the talent in the world, a nasty fastball, curveball, slider, all that stuff, but he just can't put it together with the health, and it's frustrating. So it's year 2, and we're 2 for 2 with injuries already. Like, he's been out twice, so I mean, it's frustrating. I hope he comes back, and I hope he's healthy because, like you said, the Dodgers aren't really interested in the regular season too much. They're not dying and they're living and dying with every game. Like they're fine as long as they get into the postseason. That's the goal. But as a fan, it is frustrating to see this guy
underperforming. They're underperforming, and they're probably have the same. I mean, game is still going right now, but they're probably going to have the record be tied for first place by the end of the night.
And it doesn't help that Blake Snell also got hurt. So like you have your 2 top dogs on the shelf, and so I mean it's awesome that Roki's been giving us innings, and it's awesome that Yoshinobu has been an ace of the staff. So you're going to rely on those 2 guys heavy. Hopefully they can stay healthy because behind them is May, who is not, I know he's been so, but it's not like you can fully depend on that guy. That guy's Glasnow 2.0. You're like, at any point that guy could get hurt too. Like it's sad, but he has a tendency to get hurt a lot. So, I know we're getting Catman on Wednesday. I'll be there for his debut. So hopefully Catman does well. But yeah, Glasnow sucks. Sucks that he's gone. Sucks that he's injured again. But yeah, he's got to be the dud of the week for that, man. Need him to stay healthy.
I see it, and I get it. And I am going to raise you a.
Well, you got to give me something good at this point. Now we've been talking about bad stuff. Let's change it up.
I said I'm going to raise you.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
I'm going to raise you up. And my stud of the week, we're supposed to give it to a person, but I just can't do it. I got to talk about this Giants bullpen. Giants bullpen stud of the week. I know we had.
By the way, before you go on, other people going, Dodgers just struck out the last batter, so we're going to the bottom of the 9th. I'm calling it now. It's going to be a walk-off bomb by whoever comes up. Live on the podcast, we're going to have a walk-off. I'm calling it now.
It's a walk-off.
Guys.
Who is, or maybe you'll have another Little League home run. Freddie Freeman hits a little squibble that they just throw away. It happens.
Dude,
I've seen it.
Every time he runs, I am scared for life. Like, please keep that ankle healthy. Don't push it. But anyways, the bullpen's been doing great for you guys.
That's a whole other conversation. I mean, Dodgers don't care about the regular season. They might not even be that injured. They might just be like, just take it off. Just nurse it. We'll be fine.
I feel like they're like that with the pitching staff. I don't know if they're like that with the position players.
That's how I feel like they are with Blake Snell for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, back to more important things. Giants bullpen. I'm going to talk about them for the full year because they've just been so lights out. I mean, the starting pitching has been struggling. They're second in baseball for ERA. In WHIP, they are fourth in baseball, second in the National League in WHIP. I mean, I couldn't look up the innings pitched what it is compared to the rest of the league, but man, this bullpen is just from top to bottom just so good. Randy Rodriguez, just the fireman, just putting out so many fires, being a guy.
Whoa. I called Evan Phillips the fireman, okay?
Evan Phillips doesn't even have any facial hair. How can he be a fireman?
Well, because it got burned off by the fire because he's in the fires. So
listen,
he's the fireman.
Evan Phillips has Evan Phillips is like just a dad that just hangs out at home. All right, wears New Balances and high socks.
He's like a dad that
he's
you
not
don't
a fireman.
No,
he's not
like
a fireman.
Guy that you're like, oh, he's just an everyman guy. Like he doesn't look anything different.
No,
but then there's
Evan
a fire.
Phillips is not a fireman.
And my man
Evan
steps the hell up.
So Evan Phillips is not a fireman. Randy Rodriguez.
If you're in a fire, do you want Evan Phillips to come in, or who are you talking about?
Randy Rodriguez. Randy Rodriguez. Yeah. That's the answer.
Give me Evan freaking Phillips.
Give me
Iguodala. Right, not the 1 year wonder who you just named. All right.
You're gonna tell me that the aliens have the laser beam pointed at Earth? You got
one guy.
Iguodala, baby. Come on, give me Iguodala. So you're gonna tell me Randy Rodriguez isn't even a real fireman either. He's not a real fireman. He's one of those guys.
Tell me Phillips is not a fireman. You're gonna sit there.
He's not a fireman. He's a suburban dad who's mowing his lawn in New Balances, has the same New Balances that he goes and every 3 years and buys the same ones and retires the old ones. That's Evan Phillips.
It's the perfect cover. Like he's so bland. And then when the moment calls, he just turns into the superhero fireman. So
Evan Phillips,
perfect cover.
Uses straps on a truck and then always has to move it and be like, that ain't going nowhere. That's Evan Phillips. That's Evan Phillips.
Burn up because he's a star that's burning too bright. And it's gonna burn fast.
No,
that's who you.
No. Randy Rodriguez isn't even a real fireman. He's one of those like fireman strippers because he's just so hot right now.
I'm not gonna touch that one. So I guess you win.
Randy Rodriguez, the fireman. I'm gonna say it.
He's gonna get fired, man.
I mean, just this guy. I think this guy has the makings to be a closer if need be, but he's just so valuable in a mop-up situation. You can't take him away from that role at the moment, especially because Ryan Walker is back to being dominant. He looks like he's back to himself. Obviously, all of a sudden, Camilo Doval is back to his 2021 self. He's holding runners on. What's going on? Like this is absolutely wild. All right, Tranquilo Camilo is back, and
Tranquilo.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, even Spencer Bivens is having a good year. You know, Hayden Burke
killer, huh?
Given 3-4 innings at a time. This bullpen is just there's no bad part of it. I mean, I'm forgetting about Taylor Rogers, the guy with an under 1 ERA, the most underappreciated reliever in baseball. Just because he throws submariner. I don't know.
How do you feel? I'm not sure how many innings they've thrown, though. Have they thrown a lot of innings?
Yeah.
And see, that's the double-edged sword because I think the Dodgers also at one spot in the season had a really good bullpen. I still think they do, but they've thrown a lot of innings. And sometimes when the best bullpens are like the best, it's because they've been throwing a lot of innings sometimes. And I feel like it's going to catch up to us. I don't know how you feel about yours in that aspect.
It honestly but I think they also have a cheat code in Hayden Birdsong who will throw 3 innings every single time out. So he'll go after a guy like Robbie Ray who walks everybody and is like 100 pitches in the 4th inning. You know what I mean? So like, I honestly don't feel like they're running on fumes right now. It seems like they are throwing a lot, but then again, because no one's getting into the 7th, 8th inning. I think that only one guy has gotten into the 7th inning. If I'm not mistaken, that might be Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, that's how it is with the Dodgers. I don't feel like a lot of starters are going deep at all. If we're lucky if they go into the 6th inning, and that's usually Yamamoto, if anybody.
Well,
So,
I mean, the first couple weeks you understand it. They're still building up. They're only going to throw like 70 pitches, and then all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna try to see if I can,
Well, while you're looking that up, let's move on to my stud of the week.
Yes,
and it's a guy that I had on the dud list, and I was hoping he did well, and sure enough, he's been able to turn it around, and that's why you don't give up on guys, apparently. So Andy Pages is
come on down,
and he was the player of the week too. So, there's that. He's 14 for 20, his last 27. He scored 6 runs, 3 home runs, cut down on the strikeouts, a couple of stolen bases, and he's playing. I mean, dare I say it's solid kind of defense? Like, it's not hurting the club, Like,
yeah, he doesn't look like it's hurting. It's good
as long as you're not hurting the club and you're not making bonehead decisions. There was a throw during the Pittsburgh series where he should have thrown it to second and he threw it to third just because he has a rocket of an arm. But that's fine because he killed the Pirates. Like, he was amazing during that series. So hopefully he keeps it up. Yeah, man, that's why you don't give up on some guys early on. I mean, although he's always been a guy that's been able to hit, especially lefties. He rakes lefties, but he's been able to hit some righties during this stretch too. So it's been really cool to see. Hopefully that inspires Muncy to come around too. And maybe he'll be the stud of the week soon. But yeah, Andy Pages, man, well-deserved. Player of the week, stud of the week. Give it up for that guy. And the Dodgers have a runner at first. So hopefully that guy comes in to score. Although there is one out. But there's still hope for that walk-off that I was talking about. I need a home run here, man. I need him to end it before we get off this pot. There's a strikeout. Damn it. Yeah, there's one more out, but damn it, that didn't work out.
And damn it, that's a no. I feel like this is wrong because it's saying that the top 5 teams in innings relief pitching for 2025. It's saying that the Mets are number 1 with 18 innings pitched, and I feel like that's impossible.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, that's just the AI answer. So
hey, it is Conforto up to the plate, man. So it would be fitting that while we're on this podcast, Conforto Mania goes off and he gives us a win. I doubt it, but who knows?
Well, here's a fun thing. Bullpen position by WAR in 2025. I know the Giants are number 2 in ERA, but they're like 20th in bullpen WAR. You know who's number 4? The Dodgers.
All right.
Very, very strange. I don't understand how that works, but
and we're missing a couple of guys. So hopefully we get Kopech back. Hopefully we get. I don't know what the deal with Gratterall is. I don't know if he's coming back at all this year, but hopefully we can get that guy back too.
Yeah. Man, well, how are you feeling about? Have you seen how bad Devin Williams has been?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. So they traded for this guy. I don't know. It's got to be mental, right? Like, they traded for this guy. He didn't want to shave his beard, and so they changed the policy. And then he's just bad. He's just ass to start off the year. Do you think he's overrated?
I think he's on a bad stretch right now. I think that we could be laughing about this in a week because he's so good. But relief pitchers sometimes have shelf lives, and they just lose it sometimes. So this could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, it's easy now to say like, "Oh, I'm grateful that the Dodgers didn't trade for him," but you don't know if he's having the same season if he's with the Dodgers or any other team.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, he lost his closer's role already, so that's it's concerning a little bit.
Yeah,
especially because that was the big name pitcher you got to be the guy, and he looks lost up there.
Yeah,
I mean, trade him to the Dodgers. We'll take him. We'll fix him. We can use the relief.
Yeah, Kirby Yates, Tanner Scott, Blake Triton, and Blake
by the way,
Triton's been out. So
yes, I forgot to tell you, we need to put the flag half mass We need to
Okay.
have a moment of silence for our guy. Because
You have a moment of silence for Blake Trinan? His season ain't over.
I don't know, man. Forearm tightness? I don't know.
Oh, say that again. He has what?
I thought they said it was forearm tightness when
Sorry, I had it on a loop. My bad. But yes,
poor guy.
poor guy.
And hey, no walk off. Kirby Yates up now to pitch, so hopefully we can get out of it and then walk it off. But yeah, dude, Blake Trinan, the Patriot, down for the count.
What can you do?
Just hope he gets better soon, man. Yeah, I think it's because
I never want
because Trump said his name wrong, and he must have punched something.
Oh, that's what it is.
He must have punched something and been so. He's like, how could he have gotten it wrong? And he punched something and he messed up his arm.
It's not forearm.
That's how it started.
It's a broken heart, dude. He's out with a broken heart.
That's what it is. They just didn't want to talk about it. They're like, you know what, man? We'll come up with something. It's fine. We've seen this before. You have a broken heart. Take as much time as you need. So,
man,
hopefully he's back before the year's over. If not, man, we're gonna have to play that song every day. Every podcast that he's not on. We just have to because it's the Trinan update. So
yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I think I got it figured out. Number one in innings pitched, relief pitching.
It's the Dodgers. It's got to be.
It's
got to be the Dodgers. Yeah,
it's the Dodgers.
Yeah,
the Giants are 19th with almost 100 innings, 98 innings.
And they have another bullpen game coming up tomorrow, man. I don't understand it.
Giants don't have bullpen games anymore, so
this is how we know that they don't really care about the April games that much. We've got Noah Davis. Like, who is Noah Davis? And I am almost certain he's going to pitch tomorrow.
Noah on the arc. Well, here's the thing. I get it's the Dodgers are pretty far away from the Giants, 98 to 121, but most of these teams are pretty close. Like the Giants are 98, and the Padres, who are 9th, are 105. The Milwaukee Brewers, who are 5th, are 109. So they're really close. I mean, it's not like the Giants aren't throwing a lot of aren't exactly like not using their bullpen. It's just it's very close. But yes, they are 19th.
And the days of like starters, going deep are not there anymore, Logan Webb is one of those guys maybe that's still.
But Webb, I don't think has gone past. He went into the 6th inning the other day, but I'm pretty sure that was his longest outing, if I'm remembering correctly. But I'll check that right now.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of guys that just don't go deep.
I'm stupid. He's pitched the 7th inning twice. My bad. He's in the 7th inning twice, two times in a row against Houston and Cincinnati. So, but yeah, that's it though. And Jordan Hicks did it
unless there's a comeback, it seems like the Dodgers are gonna lose this one now. They
really
give the go ahead run in the top of the 10th, and there's a runner.
But it's a runner on second.
Yeah, but the Dodgers are notorious for going down 1-2-3 with a runner at second and extras, man.
Unless
a home run saves them,
your boy
might be over.
Pages is
batting second, right?
The first one up.
Pages, then you got Muncy, and then I don't know who else.
No, not Muncy, because they ran for him. So
awesome! So it'll be Chris Taylor.
Kike.
Yeah, they're gonna go up there with the run down. So they just ended the inning. All right.
Pages, Kike, and then Edmund. So.
Just when we were this close to coming up to first place, huh?
So what you're saying is the Giants are going to be number one.
Well, I mean, unless something changes in the next couple minutes that they are able to walk it off.
Stop the count. The game is over.
Let's not stop the count. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Well, Dave, I think that's it. Do you have anything else?
No. Who do you guys got coming up? The Padres, right?
Oh, that is 100% right. Thank you so much. Yes, we have the Padres for 2 games. We are going to come back, I'm guessing, on Thursday.
Yes.
So we'll talk about the rest. But yeah, it's just Padres for 2 games. And then on Thursday, we start playing the Rockies at home for 4. So, man, I would love, obviously, to take both games. But it looks like the pitching matchups are a little lopsided against the Giants at the moment. So, I think you can only hope for a split, and then you can make up those games going 3 out of 4, maybe even a 4-game sweep against the Rockies at home. So, but yeah,
because we've got Miami, and then we got the biggest road trip of the season. We've got Atlanta, Miami, and Arizona.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's all on the offense now, honestly. I think with Glass not going down and you got a bullpen games and, they might be on the ropes because they've been pitching so much. So hopefully the offense can get hot. I mean, they need to score here to not lose this game where they were up 5-1. I mean, that's going to be a tough one to swallow, man. You were up by 5-1, dude. You should have won this game.
Yeah,
like
5-1 against the Marlins at home.
They're
not even in Miami.
There's no excuse for this one, dude. This is solely on Bond.
It is one game. I mean, they can honestly, yes, a 5-1. Yes, you are 100% right. Correct. It is just one. I mean, they can win the next 2, and then who cares? But
when you're up by 5, when you're up a grand slam and you give up a grand slam, it's no worse feeling. Like, that's the worst possible outcome. Like, give up a double, give up something different, try to get out of it still, but you give up. That's the worst feeling. But I mean, hopefully we can still pull it out. We still have 3 outs to play with.
Dane,
yeah, that's it.
Against Dane Myers too. Who the F is Dane Myers?
Playing against NPCs, man. Nobody knows who these guys are. 69 million payroll. We don't know who any of these guys are, and they're beating us. This is awesome.
Damn.
All right. Well, I guess that's it, man. You got anything else?
No, I think that was good. I feel like we're almost stalling just because we want to see if anything big happens with the game. But
I know I need them to do something.
Can we just fast forward this game so we know how it ends? That'd be great.
Honestly.
Well,
it's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Giants are in first. It's a great day to be alive. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform, as well as YouTube. We are still in the 960s. When we get to 1,000, we're going to be giving away a t-shirt. Right? That's where we're at. A
Dodger and a Giants t-shirt, right?
Yeah, we'll do one of each.
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll do one of each.
Yeah, we'll do one of each. So make sure to subscribe. Tell all your friends. Tell everyone you know. And Pa has walked. See, it's happening.
There you go. It's
happening for you.
And even people you don't know, just tell them to watch us. Why not?
Just yell it at people in the streets. I think that's fully acceptable here.
Who we are missing though today. I know we got people that watches. They'll tune in sometimes and dip out. But there's a guy that was a Padres fan that for the second straight week we haven't seen him. Where did he go? He was so. He had so much inspiration. He was talking so much stuff to us. Now he's not here, but hopefully he's still watching out there.
Hey, yo, Dave.
Send me some mini pic.
Come on, Dave. Send me that mini pic, baby.
That does not sound good at all.
Yeah, that's not that doesn't sound like a compliment.
If people didn't know that I made those minis, I did the Heliot Ramos one,
yes,
that doesn't sound too good. And to end the episode with that, what are we doing?
That's a perfect place to end it. I want to see that mini, baby. Yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out and listening, all that kind of stuff. Dave, what's your departing words? How you gonna ramp up these boys and have them win?
Dodgers are walking it off right now, guys. Right? Or are they just lost in a really horrific way and we're sad for the night? But
That's right.
Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you guys in 2 days? See you
2
guys
days,
on Thursday.
Thursday. Come
Yeah,
hang
we'll
out.
see you Thursday. Come and hang out with us.